You have your various stages of deployment when you're using your API gateway. You have your prod, your stage, your development, all these different ones to map to your different Lambda versions. So we're going to be covering how do you handle those? How do you map those API gateways to your Lambda variables, your variable deployments? All right, it's going to be a short one, but let's go ahead and dive right in.
All right, let's take a look at the question for this lesson. So you've performed your initial deployment and you would like to work towards adding API gateway stages and associate them with existing deployments. Your stages will include prod, test, and dev, and will need to match a Lambda function variant that can be updated over time. So out of the options that we provided before, which of the following features must you add to achieve this? There'll be two options that we need to include. Lambda versions, mapping templates, Lambda aliases, stage variables, or Lambda X-ray integration. So the two that we're going to be looking for are Lambda aliases and mapping templates. So let's take a look at the ones that are wrong and why we didn't choose those. So Lambda versions are used to track your Lambda function code. They're not used for mapping any associated API gateways with your deployments. Stage variables are used for configuration data and wouldn't be appropriate in this use case. And then Lambda X-ray is not associated at all with this. Lambda X-ray is used to collect data through serverless applications. Let's take a look at the one that we did choose that was right, which is Lambda aliases. So Lambda aliases allow you to associate an alias with a specific version of a Lambda function. You can use this to associate with prod, dev, and stage, for example, in this instance that we were looking at. You would associate this with your mapping templates. So mapping templates are a way to associate a Lambda function with a API gateway. It's the other half that makes this two work together. I'm not going to go over using mapping templates in this lesson. If you want to learn more about it, go ahead and use the resources that I've provided on screen. As this is more of a fringe case, it's just important for you to know the answer for this question for the exam. And that's everything to this short lesson today. As always, let us know any questions you have below.